after the storm, the sky became and the sun came out again. So now I need something to show that the weather was good. So is it foggy, clear, cloudy, or rainy? Of course, it's going to be clear. Okay, so the sky became clear and the sun came out again. Here, our teacher reminds us that even fictional stories can carry deep. So let's see what the stories carries. So deep means, is it boxes, leaves, messages, or tools? What is the logical answer in this way? And it's very easy. It's messages, of course. Reading stories often teaches us. Okay, so conflict, problem, power, or moral. So when it comes to the idea of teaches us, so of course it's not going to be the conflict or the problem. They are going to help us to get a moral out of them. Number 4, my father always me play online on weekends. Okay, so let's see what is the suitable verb here. Is it gives, lets, takes, or harms? Of course, it's going to be lets me play. Lets me play. And when I use let, I use always the verb in the infinitive form after them. Now, another one. Number 5. Stories help us see the world from various points of view. So I have here the word various from this context. Can be closest in meaning to. So closest in meaning, it's another way to find a synonym, the same meaning. So I need to find a word with the same meaning of various. So is it different, similar, same, or repeated? If we take a deeper look into our choices, we will find that similar and same and repeated are the same meaning, okay? And which one is the different one? It's the word different simply. So various means different. Okay, now we are going to have some tips about speaking. And let's see what is today's tip. So in conversation, here, of course, we are going to discuss something related to stories and ideas. So when you discuss something related to stories and ideas, try sharing personal experiences or examples. So personal experience, something that really happened to you, or maybe to a relative, or maybe to a friend, but it's something related to your life. And you sometimes can give example of what happened. This will make the conversation more exciting. Of course, when you are talking to people about something personal that can help them learn a lesson or something, it's like more interesting than telling them, let's say, something like imaginary or not real, which will make it not practical enough. Okay, so when someone shares a story, okay, this is a real talk tip. Take care. So you need to listen carefully. This is the other part, the part of the listener. So you need to listen carefully and understand their point of view. So what their points of view are going to be, okay? And then that's how real connection are made. So it's not the idea of just speaking or just sharing, it's the idea of listening. Because when you listen, you will understand. But what about having different point of view? It will help you to broaden your mind and get more experience. And now it's time for writing. And when we are talking about writing, of course, it's writing a story, which is the concept of this unit. So how can I write a story? Okay, so before writing any kind of topics, you need a plan, a certain plan to follow. Without a plan, you are going to be distracted. Maybe you will not be able to follow a sequence, and the sequence in a story or any kind of writing is very important to help the reader get your message. So the first thing about writing a story, it's the title. What is the function of the title? It catches the reader's attention. So I need the reader to read my story. So what is the first thing to do? It's the title. It has to be very interesting, okay, very creative. So think about something that will catch the reader's attention. Number 2, I need a plan. So plan your story. Let's see. From the previous lessons, we have certain plan to the story. What is this plan? So I have a beginning. We should have a beginning. So what should I include in the beginning? Okay, I will introduce the setting. Let me remind you, the setting is time and place. Time and place, and the characters of my story. So in the beginning again, I'm going to introduce the setting and the characters. And then I have the middle part. And what do I need to show in the middle part? The problem or exciting events. Okay, so it's all about the problem, okay? And of course, I need to use exciting events in order to get the reader attached to my story and never get bored, because if your reader gets bored, of course, he will not complete reading. I need the reader to complete reading. So be cautious or try to include exciting events. Great. Number 3, it's the ending. How can I end the story? Of course, I have a problem. I need to solve it. So if you solve the problem and give a clear ending, so this is the successful way to end your story. Okay? So the plan here, I have beginning, middle, and ending. Okay? So remember the details in between. Number 3, I need simple language. Don't make your language so complicated so people will never be able to understand. So we need them to read. Okay, so I'm going to use clear and simple language. And what is the most important factor to make your story connected together? The sequence words. So we need to find sequence in order to make it logical. Like we use the words like first, then, after that, finally, in order to show order. And by showing order, I add logic to my story. Number 5, and I think it's very important to add in your story in order to make it not just for fun, but to learn. Add a lesson or a message, which we called it moral. So I need to add a moral. Why should I add moral? Because good stories often teach something. I need people to learn something. And the best way to teach someone anything is through the story, as we have discussed before. And number 5, after we finish everything, after you finish writing, all what you need to do is to check your writing. Okay, so what do I need to check? Your spelling, your grammar, and if the events make sense.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.